Here we have a used 2023 Audi S7. Now this S7 comes in the Prestige trim level. It has the S Sport package. It's a black on black car. Powertrain consists of a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6 engine made into an 8-speed shiftable automatic transmission. That gives us 444 horsepower, 442 pound-feet of torque. And then this one has a little over 11,000 miles on it. But as we come around to the front end here, love just how menacing this looks in the S7 package. You have the LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights. And again, it's a mean looking car. Love how everything's blacked out on the front here. It goes well with this tint that I'm assuming was put on here aftermarket. We get these beautiful, nice and big 21-inch alloy wheels. Love the red brake calipers as well. You have the S7 badging on there as well. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then power door lock controls are here. Memory seat functions there. One-touch automatic up and down windows, all 4 doors. And then we have our electronic child locks. And then we can power fold the mirrors as well by turning it that way. And then we do have blind spot monitors too. So there's all of that. And then we can also pop the trunk from up here. And then we do have the B&O advanced audio sound system, which I tested out before I actually started the review, and my gosh, it's an incredible sound system. It really is. There's the hood release, little storage area there, and you have the ambient lighting that goes with it. Love how that looks. And then we do have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And there's a power driver's seat. We get 4-way power lumbar support. And we also have a thigh support there as well, if you ever need that. But I love the stitching here in the insert, and then I love that stitched S right there. It just makes it really an S car. It kind of, everywhere it can tell you, it's like, hey, this is an S. It's in just an A7. So there's a door panel there. You do get another bottle holder here. Rear side airbags. Let's go ahead and hop in the back here. Now with this being the sport coupe, I guess the 4-door coupe, if you will, not the best leg room, but I mean, it's doable. I'm 6'3", have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, so I mean, the seat is pretty bulky, but it's also very adjustable, so you can have your kids back here, no problem. Just someone like me sitting behind someone like me, that might be an issue. But seat back pockets are on both sides. And then over here, we do get the dual zone climate controls for the back. So altogether, we have the quad zone automatic climate, and then we can adjust everything here, as well as temperature, direction, and then we do have a 3-stage heated seat for the outboard passengers as well. And then we can toggle that auto mode on and off, and then cut the whole system off there. There are those rear AC vents, and then 2 USB-C charge ports and a 12-volt here. And then we can fold down this middle seat, and then we have bottle holders here, and then additional storage for smaller objects in the middle. But we do get the more premium LED dome lights for the back. And with that advanced audio sound system, you can see we have speakers in the headliner there. And the grab handle here, we could probably hang a uniform or some nice work shirts up there. And again, the ambient light on the door panels. So a very, very nice car, I think. Just in terms of all the fancy features you get with it. Now, I did have that trunk folded up when I hit that button up front earlier. But where these cars shine is the cargo space, because it's longer in terms of the trunk area, having that kind of coupe feel to it. Plenty of extra space. Side pocket there, 12-volt here. And then we had all-weather floor mats in this one. I'm gonna move those out the way. And then I think that's a tire inflator kit there that we have. And then I think that might be the battery and or the amp for the audio system. But a big shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this S7 today. I'll leave a link below too in the description. But my gosh, I love that menacing back end with that spoiler up. Yeah, that's real nice. Just a great looking car. Now for the fuel door, you just click right in there, and then premium is recommended. I don't know why that was so difficult to get open. You gotta push it kind of hard. And then over here, click there. That seat will fold flat. You can run longer objects from the back to the front. And then pretty easy to get it back into place. It's a bit on the heavier side, but you don't have to like push it extra hard near the end like on some of these lighter seats. And then here's our front passenger seat. Same adjustability as the driver's side, including that lumbar, or that leg support, excuse me, that we can adjust there. And then glove compartment, owner's manuals and such are in that book. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look underneath the hood. And there's that 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo setup. It's an interesting look in there, I think. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat next. So love the leather wrap steering wheel. We have the perforation on the sides here, which is really nice. There's the horn. And again, we do get that Bang & Olufsen advanced sound system here. Headlamp controls are actually adjusted here, so it'll show you on that digital gauge cluster when the lights are on, off. And then you can adjust the all-weather lights for the front, and then the rear fog lights there. And then I love how we have the little S. Again, it's always reminding you what kind of car you're in. But over to the infotainment screen, we do get AM, FM, XM radio. We can go through the sources there. And we also have our favorites we can set up, so on and so forth. Pretty easy to use the system. I like that it's mostly, you know, you can tune through it, and pretty great reception in here. A lot of radio stations that I'm not used to getting, I'm able to get in here. But there's a navigation screen, pretty easy to use. Just go to the search bar. You can type in something, use voice recognition, or find points of interest there. And then you can also set up, well, you can type in your destination down here, but you can also set up your home and whatnot right in there, and you can just click that, it'll take you right home. Now we do get Bluetooth audio. We also have a USB drive as well, which I believe gets you Apple CarPlay and possibly Android Auto. I'll leave in the description, I'll double check. If it has Android Auto, I'll put that in there. But just some shortcuts here. And then if you want to go through phone apps or your settings, whatnot, you can do that from the actual screen itself. So you can change your measurement units from US to metric here, whether it's for speed, distance, temperature, volume, or your tire pressures, sensors, excuse me. And then to adjust your display and brightness. Then languages, sound, which this will come in handy again with this sound system. Treble bass, the subwoofer, all of that. A lot that you can fool with there. And I guess I'll show you how to connect the phone. Pretty easy to do. It'll just pull up your device on the screen here. And when it finds it, you can just go ahead and connect it that way. And then you have a few other things that probably wouldn't use just looking at this car, but maybe as you own it, the longer you have it, you'll get used to certain things. But vehicle settings are in here, so your parking aids, driver assistance, and then even the seats, you can go in here and adjust certain aspects of that. But backup camera, pretty good picture up close, and I love how it kind of gives you a spin as you turn one way or the other. And then you have that 360 view up top there, and then your front camera's there. Now down here, we do have, you just heard that the auto stop just came on, but we have a few just quick shortcuts here. So the auto stop can be toggled there. You do have self parking, so you can fool with that. Again, that can pull up that a shortcut address for the navigation. And then here you can raise or lower that spoiler. And then heads up display can be toggled off, and you hit that there if you want to go ahead and fool with the screen. And then we do have a few shortcuts for the AC controls. Let me turn this camera off, it's supposed to be up there. So when I do that, heated steering wheel can be toggled there, and then the rear AC as well as the sync can be turned on or off there. But 3-stage heated seats for the front. The auto system is pretty good, but you can also turn that off and then just go ahead and adjust where you want the fan direction to go, the speed. And what I like about the system is you can still have the automatic climate for your front passenger. So maybe you like to just have it on cool until you don't need it anymore and cut it off, but they just like to have the air blowing at all times. You can do it that way. So pretty neat. Drive select here. You can go ahead and change your drive modes, comfort, auto, dynamic, or set up an individual mode there. Traction control toggle. Hazards are right there, and then the defroster button's here. And then hit that there if you want to go ahead and toggle these cameras. And then that is also a shortcut for the self-parking. And then you can go through your modes, your different settings, I should say, for your driver assistance. So whether you have that set to max, an individual, or a basic mode. And then volume can be adjusted here. And then you can also use this to kind of tune as well in the radio. Now for the shifter, pull down for drive, then go ahead and pull up for reverse, and then you can kind of tap down for neutral. Press P for park, and then pull up on the electronic parking brake to engage that. Hit the brake, press down to disengage it. Bottle holders are here, the 12 volt. And then we do have a wireless charging pad in here with a little extra storage. 2 USB-C charge ports there. Now our sunroof controls are here, as well as our lights. But there's that power sunshade. And then we also have that tilter sliding roof that we can adjust. So that's as far back as that goes. So there's a look at the back seat from up here. I'm just gonna show the tilt really quickly. So it gives you a little bit, and then we can slide that shade back one touch. Now back to the steering wheel here. Blinkers are over here. And then we can toggle the adaptive cruise, whether we want that lane guidance on or off. And then high beams can be turned on there, off, and then we can flash there as well. And then we do have the automatic windshield wipers at one time, off, auto, low, high. We can adjust the auto wiper sensitivity there, pull up for that front wiper fluid, as well as the headlamp washers. And then cruise control can be turned on or off there, or excuse me, on, off, and then we can set it there, and then we can adjust the speed there. I just confused myself. So I'll show you that on the test drive exactly how that works, but the distance for the adaptive cruise can be adjusted here. And then paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. We can go through the gauge cluster sub-menus there, and then scroll through each one by adjusting this little scroll bar. And then we can go in through each menu there. And then that's kind of like a back button, and we can change our view as well. Then Bluetooth, voice recognition, volume controls. Again, we can kind of scroll through the radio stations or track list there. And then this button can be set up to a favorites. So I have it set up to show me the front tires. So that camera angle is pretty neat. But you can set this to several different things if you want to. And then our push button starts here. Heads up display is right there. And then here are the key fobs. So look at the front, look at the back. Now to the fun part, let's go ahead and take this 2023 Audi S7 out on the road for a test drive.